After an awesome throwback weekend that saw alumni, great drivers of the past all meet up at Darlington Raceway, here are some winners and losers from the Cup Series Goodyear 400 at the track too tough to tame. First and foremost is Tyler Reddick, the driver of number 45 for 2311 Racing, winning his fourth race out of six to start the 2026 season, leading the second most laps on Sunday, was able to recover from alternator and battery issues, having to turn off a bunch of the systems within the car for creature comfort to go out there, get his first win at Darlington, his 12th career victory, and extend his points lead to near 100 points over Ryan Blaney and over 100 points on his teammate Darrell Wallace Jr. and co-car owner Denny Hamlin. Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing had a great day, great weekend on a weekend where they celebrated the life of Greg Biffle with their paint schemes on all three of their race cars. Brad Keselowski looked like he had a real opportunity to get his first win in 2 years. Most recently won there in this race 2 years ago. But for Keselowski, recovering from his leg injury, getting both stage wins and leading the most laps after starting fifth, huge progress for that team. Chris Buescher finishing ninth at one of his better racetracks. Ryan Preece finishing 13th, but ran better than that for a good amount of the day. The RFK guys are all in the chase as of now. And it was a strong performance continuing that with this new short track rules package. Spire Motorsports is another team that seems to have gotten around this new short track rules package because Carson Hocevar came from the tail after suffering damage in qualifying and was able to get all the way back to fourth by the end. And then his teammate Daniel Suarez, post incident with Ross Chastain at Las Vegas and all the back and forth about how they don't like each other, well, Suarez is going out there and actually performing on a week-to-week basis in that number 7 for Spire Motorsports. The addition also, Chris Gabehart seemingly playing a part, I think, in that as well. On the flip side of that would be Richard Childress Racing. Both of their cars started in the top 10, Kyle Busch in 8th and Austin Dillon in 10th. However, they ended up 21st and 25th respectively, a lap down. Unfortunate after having a good qualifying run, showing some speed in practice, possibly to have an opportunity to have a good day like some of the other organizations had. But unfortunately for RCR, they have to go back to the drawing board there as they go to Martinsville before a week off for Easter. While Tyler Reddick stood out as winning the race, his teammates did not have as good of a day. Darrell Wallace Jr., Bubba Wallace started second, got fourth in stage one, but had multiple pit road issues. They had issues with the car as well. Relegated him to a 34th place finish. Their young teammate Riley Herbst also ran relatively well for a good amount of the day, was up in the top 15, one of his better performances in general, but late in the race ended up losing time, having problems. He spun out on lap 198, bringing out the last yellow of the race, and then got into an incident, whether it was directly or indirectly, with fellow Toyota driver Chase Briscoe there late in the race, that affected Briscoe's final finishing position. For this and all your NASCAR and IndyCar news, tune in here to Motorsports Reports and also the Grip Strip podcast that I do with my co-host Josh that appears on all podcast platforms.